Hello guys, this is Dan and welcome back to the Twist Network. So in this tutorial today I'm going to be covering with you guys how to set up a force field in Tekkit. This is obviously a Tekkit tutorial and not part of our Tekkit series, which I'm currently undertaking with Joe. I think we'll be adding some more surprise characters along the way to make it a little bit more fun for you guys. But anyway, that's enough about our Tekkit adventure. There will be links in the description, there will be annotation on screen probably around about now. To go watch that. It will open in a new tab, so don't fear of opening that and losing this video. Anyway, moving forwardly on to our tutorial. So today I'll be showing you how to set up a force field and use add-ons as well. So for this tutorial we're going to need a power supply. I suggest something good like geothermal generators. Around 10 of them will power a force field quite sustainably. However, in this case I'm going to use 5 high voltage solar arrays. These work amazingly in cooperation with an MFSU. I wouldn't recommend an MFE or backbox, definitely not backbox. You can struggle to power a force field off of MFE, however MFSU is really the way to go if you want a sustainable force field which will survive attacks and last long. You will also need some glass fiber cable, MFFS area projector, a force field core, and a force field EU injector along with a blank MFFS card. You will probably also need an electric wrench and a diamond pick or any type of pick, so forth. So I'm going to set up these high voltage solar arrays and then hook them up with some glass fiber cable. I don't know what I'm doing here. Force fields are really good for PvP servers. You can protect your little faction or land or village from attack overnight if you have an MFSU, like I said. And I think this is the most effective way of having powering force field is using high voltage solar arrays. So I'd recommend using them if you possibly could. Also, around about 5 medium voltage do just as well, and they'll power it overnight. Okay, so we'll just hook this up to our EU injector, into our MFSU, and as you can see, it just booms and power EU is flooding in. So we're just going to move this outlet over here. This is why you need a wrench or electronic wrench, not just to destroy the machines. So we've got our output, so we're just going to quickly hook this up. And we're going to place our EU injector, which is the one with the arrows on, like that. I forgot to mention, guys, you will also need a lever. So let me just grab one of these quickly. Like that. Now we're going to place our core, so on top of that. And then on top of that, we're going to place our projector up there. Just quickly place that on the hotbar. Oops. So now our EU injector is taking power into our core and then into our MFFS area projector. So we just need to whack a lever on the core and hit the button, flick the switch, sorry, and our force power storage is going to start powering up, as you can see. As soon as you put the frequency card, which has got the frequency, into the area projector, it will start draining the core. So I would not recommend placing that in there until the core is fully charged. Until then, we'll just quickly give our frequency card a card just by sticking it in the generator core. Once you've done that, you can just remove it. So we're letting that power up at the moment. While we're doing that, we'll set our dimensions for our area projector. So you can switch between a cube or a sphere. Personally, a cube is better because you are maximising the distance for the amount of blocks on radius you go. Because if you only go 5 blocks on a sphere, the sphere, obviously the shape itself, sort of cuts out part of your area. So I prefer cube. However, we'll do sphere for this one, and we'll set the distance to 10, bearing in mind the radius of your the larger the radius, which is a maximum of 32, I believe, the more power you use in a shorter space of time. So I just quickly, I think it's 32. Yeah, it's 32. We'll just set it to 8 for this tutorial, or 10 actually. And also a sphere also uses less power than a cube. So our generator core is basically full now at I think it's 100 million. So we'll just whack our frequency card in here and it will start powering our force field. So as you can see, our force field is now up, and if we break blocks like so, our force field will begin to replace them like this. So if I show you here, guys, it's basically impossible to break through because you can't break blocks fast enough to get into the thing. So that's an awesome benefit. People with such items as red matter armor, using their special abilities, will blow holes, and that will probably destroy the area around the force field too fast for it to be able to regenerate. However, there are ways around that using the block cutter upgrade, but then you have the worry of people griefing your house if they get in, because they can just steadily decrease the block radius and cut the blocks away until they get to 1 by 1 block, and then cut everything, basically griefing your entire house. This is why I said use AFSU, because it holds power much better and powers your force field. So now we're moving on to the upgrades. We'll just flick our force field off and make it day, because our solar panels will not function. We've got a few upgrades here. I also grabbed the zapper upgrade because that's a valuable upgrade to have to stop people from trying to get into your force field. So the first upgrade I want to show you is the force field core storage upgrades. Each one of these adds, I think it's 20 million onto the actual size, so it should be 140 million. So this will start powering up now. Yeah, it's 140 million. So like so. So you just place them on the core, and then other upgrades go onto the projector. So we have here the zapper upgrade, so we'll stick that on the projector, and I'll show you the water upgrade in a minute. So I quickly just flick this switch off and quickly remove the frequency card to build up the generator core. I'll quickly show you that these battery upgrades are working. They're allowing us to have more storage, so you can survive more explosions or griefing. So now we'll just quickly place the card back, and we'll bump up this, or maybe not. You can see now it's red, and if I just jump into that, you can see how many hearts I lose just from coming into contact